Welcome to Beyblade World by Zankye, and my show starts right now. So today for our Beyblade show is going to be very special, and I'll start to give the story. So first off, we have to give a huge thanks to the legendary R, because without him it would have been impossible to actually make this video. So what we saw from his channel was actually that inside one of these Hasbro Beyblade Burst packages, there's like this little poster thing, and he made a video with it. And like that poster has like all the upcoming releases for all these bays, gives all the part by part. And we did a little trade so we could actually get the poster and do a sort of video with it. So, you know, we'll just go over the poster. It's double-sided and it'll be pretty fun. So now we're going to begin. So we're going to start off with our first bay on the top left. You can see it is the Odux bay, Odux Central Blow. Moving on to our Horror Suit Spread Edge. It is a single bay, it is a recolor. Moving on to Nova Nepstrius, Vertical Zephyr. Then we got Holy Horror Suit, Upper Claw. And then after we have Wild Wyvern, Vertical Massive. So now we're in the second row, and what we have is Raging Rocktavor, Gravity Revolve. It is a recolor. Moving on to our next bay, we have Wild Wyvern, Vertical Massive. Moving on to our next bay, we have Dark Doomsizer, Force Jaggy. Then after that, what we have is Evil Pro Wing Needle, which is basically the Evil Eye bay, but like Hasbro version. Then after we have Victory Valtrak Boost Variable, and we're gonna move on to the next row. Now we're at the third row. We have King Kirby's Limited Press, pretty nice recolor bay. Moving on to our next one, we have Dark Doomsizer Force Jaggy. Moving on to our next bay, very nice Uber Unicrest Down Needle. Moving on, we have Omni Odux, Triple Extreme. And our last bay for this row is Storm Horizon Knuckle Unite. Last row for the first pays, what we have for the first one is a Beast Behemoth Heavy Hold. This is like Beast Behemoth but Hasbro version. Moving on, we have Inferno Ifritter Magnum Liner. This is like the Inferno Ifrit bay, which we saw in that 3-pack. Moving on, what we have is a Xeno Excalius, which was a very anticipated bay. It's a Magnum Extreme. I really can't wait for that one. Looks like the best one. Moving on, we have Zillion Zutron Infinity Weight. Then after we have our last one, which is Quell Quadziko Jerk Press. This is actually from the random booster, which is pretty cool. We're gonna move on now to the next page of the poster. Alright, so now we're at the back of the poster, and we're just gonna go over all these little 2-pack bays, and yeah, we'll get started. So we're gonna start off with our Wave 1 2-pack, and what we have for the first one is Valtrak Wing X Seal, and it's versus Unicrest Ring Defense. Moving on to our next 2-pack. Next Wave 1 2-pack, what we have is Horizon Spread Fusion, and it'll be versing Odux Central Blow. Moving on. So now we're at Wave 2, and what we have is Raging Rocktavor, Gravity Revolve, and then after it's versus Excalius Force Extreme. Moving on to our next 2-pack, that is from Wave 2, we got King Kirby's Limited Press. It's just a recolor of the regular Kirby's bay. Then after we have versus Yugen Yggdragon Gravity Survive. And yeah, we'll be moving on to our next 2-pack. Moving on to Wave 3, what we have is Wild Wyvern Vertical Massive. Then after it's versus Omniodux Triple Extreme. Wave 3 2-pack, we have Dark Doomsizer Force Jaggy versus Uber Unicrest Down Needle. Moving on to our next wave of 2-packs. Now we're moving on. This is speculation. Possibly this is the Wave 4 2-packs. Anyways, what we have is Treptune, which is just, you know, Trident from the random booster. It's Treptune Heavy Claw. Then after it's Nova Nepstrius Vertical Zephyr. Moving on to our next possible 2-pack from Wave 4. What we have is Epic Evil Pero Heavy Edge. This is actually the Takaratomi version. Came from a little random lair from like the Beach 04. It was Exceed Evil Eye. This is the name for Hasbro, Epic Evil Pero. Moving on to the verses for it, it's Holy Horror Suit Upper Claw. Now I'm going to be moving on to our possible 2-pack from Wave 5, just what we're guessing. It is Giga Gaion and Quarter Fusion. This is actually from the Takaratomi version, which is Gigant Gaia. So, you know, that's like the Hasbro version of it. I really do like the dual layer, it's kind of like the letter thing on it. Anyways, the versus base for it is Doomsizer Oval Axial. We're moving on to our last 2-pack. So now we're going to be moving on to our last possible 2-pack for Wave 5, or it's just, you know, we'll just call it 2-pack anyways. So this bay is Jumbo Joromunto Infinity Cycle. It's from the bay Jail Joromugundo, the Takaratomi version. And for the verses, it is Pharaoh Fengriff, Boost Jaggy, and that comes from the bay Fang Fenner, which I think it came from the Takaratomi set, didn't it? Yeah, it came from that set. And yeah, that's pretty much all the bays from this poster. So I would like to note, in case anybody's wondering, there's no bays like Materios or Baldor or like Lost Longinus, for now at least, possibly in the future. But it is, I kind of think that they might do it, because if you remember from the micro bays, they did have the micro version of it. So, you know, for the future. Anyways, it was pretty cool to see all these releases. Really do like the design for most of these new bays. All those crazy releases were just really awesome. Very excited to see what Hasbro will do, or what I'll do in the future, because all these bays just look really cool. Anyways, again, thank you Legendary R for making this trade possible and for us to be able to show the poster. And just thanks for watching and have an awesome day.